Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, right? There's a second word that the Lord released to me, and he said Sarah and Abraham. And the specific part that he said in Sarah and Abraham, I hope that I got the two names correctly, was when Sarah went down, when Abraham's, I think it was a famine, and they went down either in Egypt or I'm not clear with the exact place. But when they went down there, Abraham said to Sarah that, tell them that I'm your sister, and because he was afraid that they would kill him because Sarah was so beautiful, right? And he said, tell them that I'm your sister, right? And the story goes on to say when Abraham, out of fear, allow Sarah to be his sister, whoever it is, and there was a guy that was attracted to her and wanted to marry her, whoever it is, and the Lord came and tell him, don't touch her, right? He said, you think that I'm not God. He said, you think that I'm not God in the Amorites, with the Amorites, over the Amorites. You think that I'm not God in Egypt. You think that I'm not God with Babylonians. You think that I'm not God in the Amorites. You think that I'm not God over the Philistines. He said, you think that I'm not God just because these people they don't know me and they don't serve me. You think that I'm not still God over them. He said, because the devil, he said, even the devil needed was to ask him permission, and this is the devil, this is Beelzebub. This is the devil. This is Satan. He said, even Beelzebub, even the devil, even the serpent needed was to ask me for permission to touch Job. He says, so you think that I'm not God, and now you're operating out of fear and doing things out of fear and putting your loved ones, putting someone that's, oh God, in danger out of fear because you think that I'm not God over them. That you now need to go and to stoop so low as to lie that that this person here is your sister or whoever it is. He said, because you think that I'm not God. I do not know who this word is for. You think that I'm not God over them. So if you don't lie and you tell them the truth that something bad is going to happen, you think that I'm not God. I'm still God over them. I'm still God in the lion's den. I'm still God. I'm still God. In the Canaanites, I'm still God. I am still God. He said, I'm still God in the Amorites. He said, when they was taken away to Babylon, he's still God. He said, I'm still God. You think that I'm not God in the midst of this whole thing. This is why you're operating out of fear and doing all kind of foolishness. And the Lord said, he said, I need to show you that I'm still God. Even though these are individuals that not even serving me, that don't even know me. He said, I'm going to show you that I'm still God. And I still say, touch not my anointed vessel and do my prophet no harm. Everything that is attached to you, every single thing that is attached to you, every house, children, anything, every single thing. I don't know why he said anything that is attached to you. He said, be not afraid because I'm still God over the devil. He still need my permission to touch my anointed vessel and to my prophet Ahab. He still need my permission. I am still God. He said he was still God in Egypt over Pharaoh. He was still God, even though Pharaoh think that he was in control of who lived and who died. The Lord said he had the final say so. He's still God in Egypt. He said he just hardened Pharaoh's heart because he wanted us to show sign. He was still God. When he says it's time to come out, it's time to come out. He said, you think that I'm not God, and now you're oh God, now you're moving in fear and doing certain things in fear, not knowing that I'm still God. I'm still God. With the Philistines, I'm still God. He said, I'm still God. With the Philistines, I'm still God. In the lions, then I'm still God. He said, over these Babylonian king, when they were led away to Babylon, he said, I'm still God. I'm God over your enemies, basically what he was saying. I'm still God. Even though these people worshipping idols, they're doing this, they're doing that, he's still God. And he said, don't eat. He started with the dream. The man said, oh, you didn't know, you tricked me. You tricked me. You tell me that, you tell me that this was your sister and it's not true. It's not your sister, whatever. And oh God. And you put me in danger. He said, don't, oh God, and my Redeemer. He said, do not think that he's still God, because he ain't still God, and he can't do nothing now wherever it is, and be frightened and move out of character because you think they're not serving your God. So they don't care about the fear of the Lord. They weren't afraid God when you sat out your God will save you or wherever it is. They weren't afraid God or wherever because they don't know your God or wherever, and they're going to do you something bad. He said, I'm still God over them. I'm still God over them. I'm still God over the devil. The devil doing all kind of things. He this and he that, and I'm still God over him. These Babylonians don't know the Lord, but I'm still God over them. I still create the heavens and the earth and everything inside of it. He still have the final say. He said, I'm still God. That is the basic thing where he's the messenger to send out. He said, don't act out of character because you're dealing up with people who don't know your God, and who don't fear your God, and who worshiping other God. He said, I'm still Jehovah Jireh. I'm still Jehovah God. I'm still Jehovah Nisi. I'm still Jehovah Shalom. I'm still the one who say who live and who die. I'm still God. Praise your mighty name. You see what I get out with attitude, because that's how he think it. The vibes that he rests up on me is like the sternness, like you need to get somebody up talk. He say he's still God. Right? I'm sorry, you guys, I don't usually be that, whatever, but that is just how I feel about the Spirit rests upon me. It's like that. Like he was just telling somebody, like, hello, catch yourself, what you're doing. Don't lie about this. Right? I'm still God. Don't lie and act, don't act out of character or out of fear. So he's still God. Anyway, you guys, stay blessed, stay strong. Remember, I love you, and Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, love you also. Bye, guys. So my son is saying bye.